This is Channel 25 WVTT Olean. Now, from the Twin Tiers' biggest broadcast news operation, this is the 6 o'clock report with Jeff Andrulonis and Alexa Olson. Listen on News Radio 96.7 WVTT or watch on News Channel 25 WVTT television. WVTT proudly presents the 6 o'clock report.
Good evening, I'm Alexa Olson.
And I'm Jeff Andrulonis. Good evening. American Michael Phelps is now the most decorated Olympian ever. Just this afternoon, Phelps won a record 19 medals. So congratulations to Michael Phelps. The Olympics continue in London.
In his second court appearance Monday, accused shooter James Holmes faced formal charges in the Aurora, Colorado movie theater massacre. Chris Welch has the latest from Centennial, Colorado.
And ankles and still sporting a mop of dyed red hair, James Holmes appeared calm and frail as a judge read the charges against him. About half the courtroom was filled with victims and their family members, including Shirley Weigel, who lost her daughter, Rebecca.
I was shocked to see how composed he seemed, and I also was surprised that there's nothing we can do about that hair. It's offensive.
Mary Ellen Hansen, the aunt of two victims, wanted to get a sense of Holmes' character.
He had an expression and kind of a persona of evilness to him.
Holmes is facing 24 counts of first-degree murder. That's double the number of victims killed. 12 of the counts cite deliberation, and 12 cite extreme indifference to the value of human life.
Prosecutors are saying, you know, maybe we can't prove that he was aiming the rifle at a particular person, but anybody who sprays a rifle in a crowded theater, that shows such a disregard for human life that it's the functional equivalent of intentionally killing somebody.
He's also facing 116 counts of attempted murder, 2 for each of the 58 wounded, and other charges related to weapons and explosives. A hearing is set for August 9th to determine whether the contents of a package Holmes sent to his psychiatrist should remain confidential. Meanwhile, Holmes is being held in isolation at the Arapahoe County Jail without bail. Holmes has not yet entered a plea, and at this point, prosecutors have not said whether they will pursue the death penalty. Reporting from Centennial, Colorado, I'm Chris Welch.
All of us here at WVTT would like to make a correction to some information that we reported on yesterday. During last night's broadcast, I reported that James Holmes was sentenced yesterday. That was incorrect. Holmes was charged with 24 counts of first-degree murder and 116 counts of attempted murder. Again, we apologize for this mistake. The cleanup after last week's storm continued through parts of the Twin Tiers. The Potter County Department of Emergency Services got damage estimates from those affected yesterday so they could begin compiling a damage report. Power, for the most part, has been restored, with estimates all should be up and running by later tonight. There are also still some streets closed as crews work to remove downed trees and power lines. Repair and cleanup will continue, however, it could take a while.
That same violent storm that hit Potter County also hit Keating Township in McKean County, knocking out power to a local water treatment plant. Now, water treatment officials are issuing a boil water advisory for the Pit Hole Water Association customers. Because of that power outage, some untreated water managed to leak due to low water pressure, according to Kevin Sunday, Deputy Press Secretary for the State Department of Environmental Protection. After boiling, water samples show no signs of bacteria. The advisory will be lifted. WVTT tried to contact the members of the Pit Hole Water Association, who declined to comment.
Well, the Good Times of Olean project was unanimously approved by the Olean Planning Board yesterday, where local residents were excited about the possibilities this new project would bring to the city. WVTT's Ashley Masala has all the details.
The $5.6 million Good Times of Olean project was approved at last night's planning board meeting. The board unanimously approved the project and gave the okay to begin construction after community members expressed their excitement. ETJM Properties of Portville plans to construct a nearly 40,000 square foot recreation center that includes 24 bowling lanes, miniature golf, volleyball courts, batting cages, and an open field for various activities. DBP Realty owner Dennis Pezzamenti said this is great for Olean because it has the potential to create up to 80 jobs.
This is just a great, not only a financial boost for the city, especially this part of town, but having a recreation center where, with batting cages and volleyball courts and getting people off the couch and getting them out doing things, it's going to be huge for the city. Haven't run into any negative at all yet.
Crews were at the site today clearing brush, and Pezzamenti said the East State Street construction won't affect their progress. Good Times of Olean is expected to be finished in the spring of next year. From WVTT News Channel 25, I'm Ashley Masala.
St. Bonaventure University officials announced today that they have purchased the Unimart property across the street from the university's main entrance on Route 417. The Board of Trustees approved the purchase in the fall of 2011 to ensure that the properties closest to Bonaventure advance and support the university's Franciscan mission. This purpose put St. Bonaventure in control of the four corners that make up the main entrance. The demolition of the Unimart space began yesterday. Portville Central School District students will learn how to live healthier. WVTT's Ashley Masala has more.
U.S. Senators Charles Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand announced today that Portville Central School District, along with one other school district and a high school in western New York, will be presented with federal funding from the Department of Education's Carol M. White Physical Education Program. Portville was selected to receive over $318,000 and will use the money to fund a project that will benefit 2,000 students from kindergarten through 12th grade. The project will encourage physical fitness and well-being. From WVTT News Channel 25, I'm Ashley Masala.
Honoring a fallen Empire State hero, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo made the announcement earlier today that flags on state government buildings will be flown at half-staff this Thursday to honor a Rochester soldier that died in Afghanistan over the weekend. He's 23-year-old Theodore Glendy, died a hero after enemy forces attacked his unit. Governor Cuomo tells us that he joins all New Yorkers in mourning the loss of Private Glendy, adding that our country will honor the service of this young soldier and will be forever grateful for his dedication to the nation.
Randon Black of Bradford will serve 5.5 to 11 years in state prison for the stabbing of David Kelsey back in 2011. Black was sentenced yesterday in McKean County Court. Black was acquitted of attempted homicide back in June, but was convicted of aggravated assault. The incident between the two Bradford men took place in 2011 when Black and Kelsey got into a fight. Black felt like he needed to defend himself, so he stabbed Kelsey with a broken bottle.
Meanwhile, in Elk County, the trial of 27-year-old Daniel Aiello of St. Mary's is continuing. Aiello is charged with over 100 counts of felony burglary across McKean, Elk, and Cameron counties for the past 13 months. The first day of testimony yesterday saw a capacity crowd show up for the proceedings in Ridgeway. Area camps were the main targets, with owners of some of those involved ready to testify yesterday. It's a state program that's provided cash assistance since the Great Depression. Now that program that provides help to more than 60,000 Pennsylvanians is ending this week. The General Assistance Program has provided money to vulnerable residents. Governor Tom Corbett proposed eliminating the $200 monthly payments back in February. That measure was included in the budget approved in late June. A one-month extension runs out tomorrow. The elimination of the General Assistance Program saves the state about $150 million.
Well, WVTT caught up with Democratic nominee for Congress Nate Shinagawa at the Taste of Olean this past weekend, and he told us how important it is to get out in the community as he prepares for Election Day coming up in just about 3 months.
Getting out there talking to people, because I think that's something that Tom Reed hasn't done. He's been really out of touch with people, serving people in Washington more than he has the people inside of his district. And I want to show people that I am a different kind of candidate, a different kind of Democrat too. And I will be somebody that's out here talking to folks, and actually understanding the issues from them, talking about jobs, talking about Medicare and Social Security, and why it's important.
But Congressman Tom Reed says he's been busy representing the 29th Congressional District, making one of his #1 priorities the success of small businesses.
I just spent Friday touring the district, started up in Fairport, met with a great company, Villager Construction, Dick Clark, got about 200 employees, and I really do believe that we need to rely on small businesses rather than raise taxes on them. Let them keep their money so that they can invest and hire people, as we are so focused and trying to encourage the creation of jobs, as jobs is the #1 issue.
And as the summer begins to come to a close and the school supply lists arrive, it is important to remember one important item on that list: vaccinations. People get sick, but making sure to get the appropriate immunizations can reduce the transmission of germs and viruses that congregate at daycare centers, schools, and dorms, according to the Pennsylvania Pharmacists Association.
Good information, Alexa. Coming up on the 6 o'clock report, our latest world and national news. Stay tuned. This is News Channel 25 WVTT.